So join me, a girl who bakes cookies, as I bake, roast, broil, and boil my way through my mother-in-law's cookbook. So this city girl meets a little bit of the country. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my mother-in-law's cookbook. In case you're new, my mother-in-law wrote a cookbook, and I am working my way through this cookbook recipe by recipe. And today we are going to be making a cheese ball. I've made this cheese ball before, and when I made it, I had like extra little pieces of cheese, like a little square of brie left, and a little square of this, and a little bit of that. And I remember watching an Alton Brown show where he was making his own like cheese ball, and he added like every cheese that he had, from cheddar and Swiss and brie and whatever he had into it, and he said he loved it and thought it was amazing. So I did that, and I thought it was pretty darn good. So my mother-in-law's recipe calls for 8 ounces of cream cheese, so 1 block of cream cheese softened, 3 to 4 green onions finely chopped, a package of chipped beef, which is now called dry beef, and she wants that grated. And then she has accent as one of the seasonings, garlic, salt as the other, and Worcestershire. So I know that this chipped beef is not grated, so I'm gonna just chop it real good. And I'm gonna move you down just a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm doing down here. So I'm just gonna chop this beef to make it like, super small, so when we mix in all this cheese that, you can get a little bit of this dried beef in with each one of your bites. I had never had a cheese ball like this before. My grandma, whenever we had a cheese ball, it was one of those ones you get from the store that are coated in almonds or some kind of a nut. That is what we had as a cheese ball. I didn't even know you could make a cheese ball from scratch until I was a grown-up. So, a grown-up-ish, I guess. Did you ever have one? Because I certainly did not. So today I did something fun. I am a baker. That is what I normally do. And we did a fun photo shoot today for my bakery. And that was really awesome. Yeah, and now I figured, you know what? We got all ready for that. So we're going to go ahead and do this. All right, so I've got my dried chipped beef that I just grated, I guess. And I'm adding that to my cream cheese and to the green onion mix that I have in here already. And I happen to have some Italian cheese blend cheese that I have for something else. So I'm just gonna put some of that in here too. And then we are going to add accent seasoning, 3/4 of a teaspoon, and then 3/4 of a teaspoon of garlic salt and a teaspoon of Worcestershire. All right, so there is the cheese in that. And then a teaspoon of Worcestershire. I have a tendency to not measure. It's probably my greatest flaw. So 3/4 of a teaspoon. And I guess if that's my greatest flaw, then I am doing all right. So we're gonna put a little bit of garlic in there. It calls for garlic salt, but I don't have garlic salt, but I have garlic and salt. So we're gonna do that. All right, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of this accent seasoning, 3/4 of a teaspoon, and then mix it all up, and that is it. Then you kind of shape it, after you mix it well, shape it into a ball, put it in the fridge for just a little bit so it'll set up, and then once that happens, it's ready to serve. Now, Jean doesn't mention in her recipe that she wants you to chill it first. She just says shape into a ball and serve, so you can do that too. However, I thought it'd be nice to have it kind of stay as a ball. I think with this cheese ball recipe, you could also coat it in some nuts at the end and add a little bit of a crunch. Absolutely do that. So from here, I'm just gonna do what she said, and we're gonna shape this mixture into a ball and then serve with crackers. Club crackers is what my husband says is best with this recipe. So we're gonna take our cheese, green onions, and chipped beef and put it into a bowl. You can coat it in some nuts if you'd like, but that looks pretty cheese ball-y to me. And that is it. This was a no bake recipe again. So we have another make recipe. And that's it. That's all we have to do for this cheese ball recipe. Next time here on my mother-in-law's cookbook, you know, my hands are all cheesy right now, we're gonna be doing cocktail meatballs. So that should be super fun. All right, so I hope you get to make these recipes, and I do post them in the description. And if you have a minute, I would love for you to like and subscribe. I'm going to be making these recipes anyway here on YouTube, so it would just be nice to know that I am not doing this alone. I hope you guys had a great day, and I hope you're gonna be doing something fun, and I will talk to you soon. We'll see you right back here on my mother-in-law's cookbook.